Intro us in.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? Nolan North here, along with the crew. It's Steph, Drew, Pagan, PJ. We're back with a little live trailer talk because nobody has anything to do on a Tuesday.
Right.
Absolutely.
And we want to
I
make
have
things
lots
fun.
to do. I have lots
Do you,
to
though?
do.
Do you?
Do you?
I
Do you
do.
really?
I got
All
shit
right.
ton.
Shit ton of things to do.
We got some fun
Today,
stuff.
we got Halo. E3 was is still going on technically. So if you're watching, thank you and you're not watching like the Nintendo epicness that's going on. But if you're watching, thank you. E3 is going on right now. Xbox did their big thing over the weekend and dropped this amazing thing, Halo Infinite multiplayer reveal. Now, listen, don't get me wrong. The Halo campaign, unbelievable, epic. The story, the music, everything's incredible. But Halo's known for multiplayer. Like, that's its thing. That's what fans want. They want an epic multiplayer. They dropped the reveal trailer. It's pretty awesome. I'm excited to take a look at it. I know a few of you. I know PJ is. PJ's got some history with Halo. And Nolan, sneak peek, this Thursday, Nolan, you're playing Halo on Retro Replay. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Very, very, very.
With somebody I sleep with.
Oh.
And it's not me.
Carl's going to be on the show.
Oh.
What?
Yeah. Weird.
Wow.
How strange.
Yeah.
How'd you get that?
I fuck that person all the time, the one you're going to play with.
I thought we threw that doll out
Not even
like weeks ago.
metaphorical. It's not metaphorical.
Yeah.
Does he know that this weekend is Liam McIntyre? What is he talking about?
Yeah, I know.
Well, the news is out.
Yeah.
PJ,
Pride
PJ
Month,
played.
you should say it loud and proud,
PJ
you know?
Yeah.
PJ played Get Bad with Get Good. Let's go. All right. That's terrible. That's terrible.
funny.
Let's move on to something.
Okay, let's watch this puppy.
Yes,
All
yes,
right,
the lovely and
Let's watch
talented.
this.
No, let's not. It's Marisa Grieco, PJ's lovely and talented wife, who was a massive Halo fan and a player, like for reals.
For real.
Had
Kick
some
your
skills.
ass.
Yeah.
Well, thanks. Well, yeah,
She was
great.
so mad.
Very
After
elite.
that thing, she was
Spoilers.
she was like, her play, she was like, oh, I should have, oh, she just gets so intense.
She gets after
I
it.
love
She's
it.
you know what? She's feisty, fiery, and I can. She's the kind of woman that scares me.
And that's why PJ married her.
I'm glad PJ married her because she's the kind that I'd just be like. I don't know, she's like an open container of gasoline. It's like you need it,
Yeah.
but something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's
Just
why I
you don't
keep
want
my
to match.
matches far away.
Yeah, exactly.
When she was younger, though, she was like that. You could just light that match like it was like married to a cross between a
Let's get
Brazilian
back to
and
Halo.
Italian.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
let's go to Halo.
Halo. Got it. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Let me
All right.
check the
Well,
scenes.
Let's check out this.
Let's check out
Pagan,
this
give us a
trailer.
go.
All right, okay.
All right.
So
All right.
I will press
Tell me when we're ready.
play. You all ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Press and play.
Yes.
3, 2, 1, play.
Boom.
Visual content.
A new day is upon us. A new
That is not me.
generation built to fight.
Still not me.
Gameplay or that's
We are
gameplay.
unstoppable.
That's
Are
gameplay.
you
Fuck.
ready?
Okay. Yes. Oh, grapple? Yes.
It looks really pretty.
Yeah, it looks.
Like it looks
That guy just got vaporized.
And vaporized it.
But it's only multiplayer. Like there's no campaign.
No, there is a campaign. This is just a multiplayer.
version. Is
trailer.
free to play.
Good. Because the multiplayer where I have to go in the room and get my ass handed to me by 13-year-olds nonstop is fucking depressing.
Yeah, I feel that.
That's gonna happen. That's gonna happen.
Yes.
Oh wow! Did you see that?
I know.
What is this? Like a grappling gun that scorpions help you? Like grabbing around?
Yeah. It's awesome, is what it is.
Claim the enemy flag.
Grapple.
Playing enemy flag. See, this is a map. I remember this map.
I was gonna say, I think this map looks pretty familiar.
Ordnance drop inbound.
Oh, look at that thing. Sniper. Oh. The melee is
The flag is ours. Please call
Oh, that's
us
cool.
at your earliest
Please
convenience.
follow us at your earliest.
yeah, I hope that's
I'm
actual
loving
like
all the humor in these trailers. Like, it's so good.
I love how they keep the look of it together. Like, oh, I recognize that. Oh, I recognize that. But look
Yeah.
at that crap, motherfucker.
the grapple again.
Show me
What? There's a
Was
samurai
that
Halo
samurai?
outfit?
Yeah,
Wait,
that's
what's
the
that?
armor? Oh my god.
Dude, and then the energy sword. Oh wow.
Who is that guy?
Oh.
Not me.
Yeah, I'm
'cause I
definitely. When's
suck.
this coming out?
Holiday season. They didn't specify. I'm
Well, they always do it.
speculating around
Wow.
November because it's the anniversary. So
They always do it in November. Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully
Wow.
it'll be
Play
in
it
time.
day
Yeah,
one
that's
with
definitely one
Xbox
I'll be
Game
buying.
Pass.
Play day.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
with
I mean,
13-year-olds.
I'll
Wow.
just start real quick.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. What I hate about this trailer right off the bat is it's awesome, and I'll never be good as half the shit they show that people do in the trailer. Like there's a moment where like there's a no scope sniper shot, and like it actually calls it out, and then it like while hovering in midair, like I'm not gonna be able to do that. And then there's
But
like
there'll
this,
be a kid that'll do it by the end of the first day,
oh yeah,
and
but
they'll
I mean-
already have it posted on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Totally. There's like a point where like the guy comes in with like the gravity hammer, like kills a dude, drops it, deploys a shield, and then throws a sticky grenade for a double kill in the. I'm like, no, I'll never be able to do that. Like I'm not that kind of player, but I want to be, and I'm in, and I want this trailer, and because this trailer was awesome. This
How
trailer
many
was really
hours
cool.
does it take to get that good?
a
Like
lot.
a long fucking
But I want to
time.
try.
Years.
I want to try.
Forever.
You have a
Really?
child
Do
now.
you-
You
do you
don't
wanna
have the
try that
time.
My
hard?
I know.
lifetime.
I
And
do.
more.
It just looks so good. It makes me want to be like really good at video games.
I don't
That
know.
trailer.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, it looks great. It's another one of those things that like my kids play these kind of games, and they're and it's like, hey, come on, play with us, and I'm like, I'm having anxiety attacks. I'm like eating CBD gummies, and I'm like drinking, and I'm like shaking, and they're like, these games. It's like I need the things where I can kind of slowly move around and try to figure things out. And this is the kind of game
Stealthy.
that I'm just like. It's like, what's the matter? I can't go to sleep. I can't go to sleep for 3 days.
Yeah,
It's like
I
you're
love
running,
them.
you're jumping, you're grappling. It's like that whole thing made me nauseous, really. And
It
it's
got
amazing game.
complicated. Yeah, it got in
No,
the
it-
beginning. It was good, and I liked it. The Halo 1, the way they had the gun scope on the angle that you could see the play. It was really realistic. They changed it on 2. They were trying to be more like Call of Duty. The gun thing got narrow, and I did not like 2, 3. Came back in 4. It got better, but this does look like I got to try it. I just it's one of those things. It's like riding a bike. You sit down and you play Halo 1, and it's just like, oh yeah, this feels good. This feels good. It takes a couple seconds to get going. It's really easy to move around. It's my favorite. First-person shooter? Would you call it that? Would you call it a first-person
Yes.
shooter?
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
FPS. Yeah,
Yeah,
first
Yeah,
person
but
shooter. Yeah.
it's a multiplayer. I mean, it's also an MMO, right? I mean, it's a massive multiplayer.
online,
I
yes,
mean,
yeah.
yeah, you just get into one of those. I mean, so
I never played that.
You know.
I never. We used to do a landline where we would hook up 4 machines all by ourselves. But I didn't like going into the multiplayer stuff. It's just
I never
you're
liked-
just dying all the time.
yeah, I never liked
Teabag.
embarrassing myself to a group of people, and now through retro replay, I embarrass myself to hundreds of thousands of people,
Yeah.
possibly up to millions. Just they're like,
When
wow,
you-
he's terrible.
Well, your pain is our enjoyment. So thank you.
Great,
Yeah.
that's why we're doing it. Great.
Yeah,
That's
no, it's
great.
good. Well, I mean, going back to PJ, what you said, like going back, I feel like this is a really an old school, like they're really going back, right? You can really get a sense that this is made for like old school Halo fans, like Halo 1 fans. Like they're really showcasing like all the old weapons. Like you see the assault rifle, the needler, the plasma pistol. You got the sticky grenades are there, and then and by the way, there's really nothing more satisfying than getting a kill with like the sticky grenade right before that guy kills you, and then knowing like off screen that guy died. Like there's that satisfaction is just on point. Like there's no game that ever will get that.
Dropping
that
a
way.
grade when you die. That's the
Yeah,
best.
it's the greatest. But I think the game changer here is the grappling hook.
Whoa,
Like when they showed
Colin.
that, to me, like, and you, maybe Nolan, you can appreciate this. In Uncharted 4, when they revealed the rope hook, and you're able to like swing and do like and traverse new areas, and like it added a dimension in the multiplayer as well. Like you could actually do takedowns off the rope. Like to me, like the added addition of that grappling hook is a game changer here. Like this is, it's just going to make things so much more exciting, so much more dynamic from a multiplayer standpoint. And PJ, I did read that they are adding support for split screen on the Xbox.
Oh,
So
really?
you can
That's
now do
good.
couch like multiplayer,
Yeah,
like
that's
back
the
in
best.
the day. Yeah.
That's how I did it. We'd start playing Sunday before dinner around 3 o'clock, and we used to play till Monday sunrise.
I was playing a game like I was
Non-stop.
doing one of these types of games with Cooper recently. I think it was like a Call of Duty, like the zombie level stuff. You know, where you're running through. You know, it's the one with our buddy Seth Greens, and running around with those characters. And then we're on the split screen, and I'm like running, think I'm doing well, and I'm like, wait, are you on the top or am I on the bottom? Who's the guy say? I'm on the top. I'm like, damn it, I'm just. And the guy
You
at the
say
bottom.
that.
Just
You say
running
that
in
in
a
your
circle.
bedroom at nighttime too.
Yeah, sure.
It gets so
I mean,
wild, he's
so I've heard.
disorientated.
So I've heard. When I sleep
I
over,
know.
that's all it just
Yeah.
sounds. You know, it's just-
It's a lot of crying. A lot of crying. But one day I'll stop that.
Halo 1 to me was the best video game ever made. I mean, hands down, the best.
It's
Loved
definitely
it.
considered the best video game of all time. I don't know.
My
I
fave.
think I've played it maybe once.
The best.
And I haven't played. Yeah, I haven't. Played,
I don't know.
like,
Yeah.
story
Well,
or
there's that
anything.
Uncharted game, but you know who likes that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No
The
one's-
acting
Well, I'll
was
tell you
so-so,
what,
so.
Well, the tough thing with Uncharted or even Halo is like so many of these were just PlayStation exclusive or an Xbox exclusive.
Yeah.
So I always found that like, wow, that's really limiting. But you have your Xbox faithful that are certainly happy that this is a deal. There's a bunch of Xbox people out there though that have no idea or give a shit about Uncharted because they just don't know what it is, and they're missing life.
Yes.
Because they don't
Yes,
have
they
that.
are.
No, they don't know.
We still play Xbox at home. It's a game that we all, as a family, we just go out and kill each other. Even and with Zoe, because she's younger, she doesn't do very well. You're like, can't kill Zoe. She's just standing around looking at her and just like extra kill.
You got to take her out. Kids got to learn.
Tough house. It's a tough house.
Kids got to learn. Hit her with a shovel. Kids got to learn. Steph, have you ever played
Hit her
Halo?
with a
You don't,
shovel.
Stephanie. You don't. I don't take you
No.
to be a Halo player. I'm not, so I'm not making a judgment. But I just see you sitting there going, Halo. I thought we were doing the Beyonce song.
Beyonce.
Yeah, I was on board for that. I was on
know,
board
it's
for
not-
reviewing that trailer.
It's not at all what I thought.
So
Not at all.
Beyonce
No,
has
I've
a Halo
never played it. I mean,
game?
the first I've ever really seen it. Yeah, you've never played it?
No, I missed it.
So silly.
No, no, but I mean, once you guys played it for this week's episode, that was like the first time I ever really saw it.
Really?
I had friends who were like obsessed with Halo, but
How
I
much
know, I'm
money has
sorry.
that franchise made?
Oh, I don't
The Halo
know. How many-
franchise?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm sure.
It's got to be in the billion range.
Yeah, I've got notes.
Five
Five
billion.
There we go.
5 billion.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, it's pretty much what.
And
When I say the
Stephanie's never
billion
played
range,
it.
I meant in the billions. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely what
I-
343 Industries is known for. Like that's
Yeah.
their thing. You know, Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Well
I did Halo Wars. I did Halo ODST. I did one of the early Halo, I think second Halo, just as that's when we're starting out. It's like, you're a soldier too. I'm like, great.
Soldier
You know,
two.
like, is the money, is the check clear? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be soldier too.
So like,
Get out!
like,
Go, run.
right, exactly. It's like you had to do all the like, let's go in here and storm the castle kind of
I
voice.
don't
that
think that
scene
was a
from
line,
Con Man.
but thanks, Drew.
Yeah.
Do you do
That
all
was
the
a big-
efforts and stuff as well when you get Soldier 1 or Soldier 2?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
No.
Cool.
No. Oh, the dying things. And the worst is the running. It's like you got to go.
oh no.
And then and the running. Then all of a sudden, next thing you go, can we do one more round? You're like, yeah, sure.
Back to bedroom sounds again.
Passing out.
And then
then you pass
Q
out.
death.
I don't know how you guys do it.
I've been in sessions where a guy actually fainted because he was
No.
doing the breaths so much, and then and we thought he was joking. And I'm like, he's out.
Wow.
Oh my
Oh
god.
yeah, and it might have
Oh,
been a
wow.
Halo. I don't remember what game. It was a Halo or early Call of Duty, back when they were just like, yeah, just put them in there for 4 hours and make them until they start their ears bleed.
Oh
Like,
gosh.
there's blood coming out of your
Wow.
nose and your throat. Is it? Do I get my check now? I will send it to you in 3 months. Okay.
Okay.
Those
man.
multiplayers, though, you get lost now. You play that shit forever. For
Oh, yeah.
hours on end. You used to
Yeah.
play it a lot, didn't you, Drew? You played all that multiplayer stuff?
You know, I did. I played a lot of Halo 1, Halo 2. You know, it was so like it felt so inventive when it first came out. Like the way they handled the first person shooter, it was the best first person shooter I had played since GoldenEye. Like and that's saying a lot, right? Like GoldenEye was in N64, so you're talking about like a lot of PlayStation games, a lot of even Xbox games that came out before Halo came out. And then because they did some really interesting things. They did the recharging shield on the body armor, so that changed like the way like your strategy of how you could play could was really interesting. So you could take a lot of damage and then back away, and then your shield would recharge and you could jump back in and go for the kill. So it really just changed things. The sticky grenade was a game changer, I thought. And the way also the way the Spartan could get like big air, like he did big jumps, which enabled you to do like really cool things like mid-air sniper shots, you know, and traverse different types of levels that previously you'd never been able to really do before in first-person shooters. So right, man, I'm having like flashbacks right now to like college, like rage quitting playing this game.
And the maps too. The maps were kind of part
Yeah.
of the weaponry because you could find places in the maps to do things, and then when they brought the vehicles in, that was another game changer. Those vehicles were insane and driving people over. I mean, it was just the best game.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
just the best.
The Warthog. So, and the way the Warthog handled too was really cool. Like you really felt like
You
the
get someone in the
drift.
back on the gun.
Yeah, you really felt the drift when you would turn, and the Warthog would roll, like which you never really saw before, and I don't feel like you did before in a multiplayer game. Like you could actually roll the Warthog, so it was really cool. I mean, they just really crushed it, and it's a testament to 343 Industries to how they just kept this franchise going. It's so good.
We just wanted maps though. After one was done, you just wanted more maps. You did. I didn't like.
And
what they did with
that's
Halo
with
2.
anything, right? I mean, we hear that with all.
That was the first time though I was really like, just give me more of this. Don't change a thing.
Yeah, but the Call of Duty, they want more. They wanted more maps. I mean, I know Destiny fans like can't wait to get the new maps, because you just explore. The thing I'm not big, obviously, on. I just don't play a lot of these games, but I'd like to get better. Because the one thing I really like about it is I have these two boys who are in college and they're running around and, they come here and they visit or they come home to visit or whatever, but they connect with all their buddies still. Their buddies from, all over the world, all over the country,
Yeah.
different schools. These guys, you break off after high school, go to different schools and they're like, no, I still, I love that Jarrett will still play with all the guys he played with in high school, even though he's up in college. And now he invites a couple other new guys who get in on it. So, it's. I like that it actually it keeps friendships alive. I mean.
Oh yeah.
Back in the day, you go to college and you're like, I don't know, is Davey dead now? I haven't talked to him. He was your best friend. Yeah, I could give a shit. I have new friends. It's like, but it's like, and by the way, nobody has a friend named Davey. Why would I use that name? Davey.
I don't know.
Davey.
Like
We played for 2 years the same group. It really is I don't know what it is about those. And even a lot of people still stay together in the multiplayer, even if you're doing it in your own home. I just miss doing it together in the split screen, and they changed all that now. Everybody's got to have their own account, and you got to be on your own TV. I miss just all getting together.
Yeah.
Well, PJ, it was
I
a
want to
big.
do that though. I want to actually do a room where I have like 2 TVs. So that split screen pisses me off. I'm like, let's go. I want my own screen. My eyes are bad enough. I don't know what's going on with them.
I know, right?
Anybody like notice like when you start wearing glasses, the more you wear them, the worse your eyes get?
Yeah, for
What
sure.
is that?
It's your
People are
eyes.
supposedly
slope.
saying,
I
"Oh,
legit
it
have
takes
this.
care of strain."
I know. Your eyes get lazy.
The lazy
Is
eye.
it laziness?
That's
Do I have
the
I have
reason.
lazy
Your eyes
eyes?
get lazier because it's being assisted.
Yeah, you got to look away. You got
You
to
gotta
change
look
your
away.
focus.
You gotta take
gotta
off
get them
glasses
working.
regularly and stuff. Yeah. The more you wear them, then.
Yeah. And you got to stop jerking off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know you go
that's-
blind from
Yeah,
that.
that's what
Yeah.
it is actually.
You're gonna
Never
go
mind.
I
blind.
can't even see.
Get your hands out of your
anymore.
pants.
I can't even find it unless I have glasses
Wow.
on.
Well, there are doctors
I
for that.
I just work feverishly trying to find some kind of a nub.
By the time you locate it, you're exhausted. Yeah.
But then I
You
put
just see him
glasses
on the carpet,
I'm
just
like,
grinding
oh,
the carpet.
God, there it is.
Yes, there it is.
On
Now it's a
that
good
beautiful
time.
energy, though, I just wanted to shout out, thank you so much for the soup, Luis, Colin, and Zach. Just wanted to
Yeah,
shout you
guys,
out.
dude,
Thank you so
soup
much
in
for
the
support.
chat. That's so good. Also, on that note, if you're a member, we're going to open this up. If you guys have a POV on Halo in Riverside, if you're in Riverside, if you're a member, go ahead and hit the button to do a call in, and you can join us and give us what your take on it is.
Oh my God, we can do that? We can do call-ins?
Yeah, we can do
caller. We got a caller like, caller, what's your name? Where are you from?
If you guys have
You're
probably
from-
messaged me in Riverside, just like message in the chat in Riverside, and I can send you a DM.
Yeah.
This is
One
the
thing I will say,
conversation.
PJ, you actually made like this was a big part of your like your friends group. Like you met some really important people playing Halo.
It was my yeah. I'll name drop now. I was at
Do it.
I was at the Sunset Room with Leonardo DiCaprio. We were drinking. It was a big party. It was a party for his birthday or something, and with just too many people came around, and we got kind of bored. Marisa and I are standing off to the side, and there was a person behind us that had come over to one of my house parties, and Marisa says, "Hey, look, Nathan's here." Because Nathan was Canadian, we were immediately friends and making small talk. This is back in January 2001. Nathan was like, "Oh, what'd you guys do over Christmas?" And we said, "It's really embarrassing, but we spent the entire Christmas break playing Halo." And Nathan just stares at us and goes, "You had me at Halo." And then the next Sunday we started, and we started playing every night. They even moved their shooting schedules for Firefly around us playing Halo. And then it was me, Patty,
Oh, wow.
the guy from
That's awesome.
Swingers, and Marisa on one team playing against Nathan, our friend Corey. And then they always had to audition a third. So there was always this competition about, because we used to kick their ass. And then Nathan couldn't get the third, and Nathan they would have practices. They had all the maps had different code words because you had to sit behind each other, so you didn't want to look at each. You're looking at my screen, and then they would like in blue. He's in blue alpha. But we're like, what the blue alpha? And then you're dead. And then they couldn't find a third. So many people came through, auditioned to be a third, and then on the set of Firefly, him and Alan became really good friends. And Nathan called me and says, "Look, I got this guy coming over. His name is Alan Tudyk. You might remember him from 30 Days or something." And I'm like, "I don't know who he is." And then he came over and he became their third. And we used to call him because Corey and Nathan started getting good, and we used to call him the equalizer because he was so shitty in the beginning. And then they just got really good. I mean, literally, we did it every Sunday from sunset to sunrise, and they became so good that it was just demoralizing. Like I didn't want to play anymore. I'm like, anybody want barbecue? I'll go make you something. I just can't take this death anymore. And it ended my relationship with Patty because we had a huge fight over the game. And we were throwing shit at each other. And then
shit.
Nathan and Alan were like, I think we're going to go. And and Patty and I ended our relationship over Halo, our friendship over Halo. Yeah, and we're all still friends from Halo.
Yeah.
And then Nathan loved Halo so much he went to Halo. Marisa went with them, and they got involved in Halo because they loved it so much. He set a LAN system up on the set of Firefly so they could play between trailers.
Wow.
Yeah, but
And
let
then
me tell you
when
something. You know what?
Oh, that's cool.
The writing was on the wall because your boy Patty is the weakest link in Swingers. He's the weakest link.
Yeah.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
That's a whole
Based on
hour-long
a true
story.
story. Based on a true
That's a
bro
whole
went-
hour-long
that bro-
story we can talk
That
about.
bro went on to massive fame. Vince Vaughn to massive fame.
True.
Right, but you don't know
I mean,
Patty. Patty was
Do you
born in
remember?
a cult.
Do you remember who
Born in a cult?
was dressed up as Goofy? Okay, Ron Livingston
Everybody in that
went on to
movie.
massive
Everybody in
fame.
that movie got
Edgar
famous.
Graham to massive fame.
Yeah.
And then the guy who played Sue, and the gun is like, that guy's pushing it a little too much in this scene.
He
Because
I
he was
swear to
playing
God,
Halo with you.
he was born in a cult, and he just had this bad. He had so many demons that whenever fame came at him, he pushed it away. He Hollywood just was not the right place for him, and he hated everything about it. He tried to talk Matthew Perry out of doing Friends. We were at a party once, and Marisa goes, "So Matthew, how's that working out for you?" Like it's
Wow. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
If he succeeded, Matthew Perry would.
He was his own enemy. It's kind of sad. It's actually kind of sad. But yeah, the only one in Swingers who didn't get famous.
Because he didn't want to. Because somehow he's
didn't
born
want
in
to.
a cult. I don't know what the relevance there is. But
No, like I said, there's hour-long stories that we can go through.
well, we
I
have
gotta-
it. We
But that's
will.
for
Stephanie
private
Watson
conversation.
is calling in.
Oh.
She's got a question. I'll bring her up here in a second. She asked,
Okay.
"I've always heard people say multiplayer is unbalanced in Halo, favoring people who are just insanely good at the game. Will Infinite be the same way? What do you think?" Let's bring her in and see what she thinks. Let's hold on.
Okay, I may have to live edit this.
Where is?
Live.
Hey,
Oh, no.
Hey, Stephanie.
it worked.
Everybody's
It worked.
names are
Technology
wrong.
worked.
Okay.
Didn't fail us.
It did work.
First time caller, long time listener.
Something like that.
Lovely.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing Destiny, so I've gotten used to multiplayer in Destiny. So going back to Halo, one of the things I didn't like about Halo is it felt so unbalanced in that aspect. You think they're going to address that?
I don't know. That's a good question. Like,
I don't know, Guardian. I don't care. I'm your ghost.
right? Play
I live in your
Destiny.
backpack.
Play Destiny.
I have my
There it
ghost
is.
back here.
My ghost is still in a box somewhere. I'm gonna bring him up.
We have like 3 on set. Retro replay.
Yes, we do.
You know,
But isn't that anyway? That people get really good, or you find in Destiny you can't get really good to.
is it just
like
like
that,
the
you know?
matchmaking? Like the matchmaking is just like unbalanced. Like you're thinking like you just get paired with people to just come in and just are not, the matchmaking is just not up to par.
Yeah, and I think that may be a lot of what it is, like unbalanced simply because there are a lot of people playing together, maybe on the same team that play
Yeah.
together a lot.
You also get a lot of smurfs and stuff, right? So it doesn't matter. People are going to create accounts even if they're playing for 5,000 hours. They're going to create new accounts because they enjoy it. Like they enjoy
Yeah.
kind of coming in and fucking up all the new people. So yeah, like you're going to get that I think in any online multiplayer for sure. I wish there were better systems in place though to keep it balanced.
Yeah. Well, I think that's a big part of why people find like core groups of people to play with, like even online. Like you find a group of friends, like 10 or 12 friends that you're like, hey, let's all join in and just do our own stream, our own Halo play multiplayer. So I think you kind of find that like I for one, I'm not a big jump into the arena of the world and play against everyone because I get frustrated like PJ. Like I'm like, oh my god, I just can't compete. You know, like I'm not in my heyday of video games. I just can't spend the time. I have children now to take care of. One child, just one. Unless there's more out there, I don't.
And the dog.
Unless there's more out there I don't know about, which could be. I don't know. But yeah, I agree with you. I think it's tough to. It's tough for games to kind of ride that line. I will say, Halo did say that the multiplayer, it's free to play. Like there's no pay to play here.
Okay.
And they're not doing loot boxes, which I thought was very fascinating. And they will be doing seasons like Call of Duty and Fortnite and stuff like that. But you'll be able to purchase past seasons to get like that gear. So it's like when the season ends, it's not like you've lost out on all that gear. So. There's a bit of a level set here, so I think it's kind of they've definitely listened to fans, I think, and they're trying to appease like people, first time players, and I think long time fans. So
Yeah.
Where are they making their money if it's free?
well, again, the
upgrades?
seasons. So like Call of Duty, you pay
Oh, you
like
pay
what
for
is
the
it?
season. Got it.
Yeah.
$4.99 or more. I forget what it is a month for that season. and then you get like exclusive type of like it's more customization. So your gun is now gold, or you get like cool helmets. Like you saw the samurai guy at the end of the trailer. That's probably a custom skin
Yeah.
that you either need to be part of a season to get, or maybe through playing, you'll be able to unlock that armor. So yeah, and
I'll
who
play
knows?
the campaign. I don't know if I'll play the multiplayer.
What? Well, then how am I supposed to show you up?
Well, that's the problem. I don't want to be showed up.
Somebody just threw down
I
the
know.
challenge.
I did.
Smacked
Yeah.
him right in
We
the
should do
ass.
it at the
Honestly,
office,
I
like
would
big
love
office on the big TV, just big office parties. Can you do private parties? That would be fun.
Yeah,
think you can, yeah,
I think
you
so.
can.
I
That
think
would
you
be
can.
fun.
Kick Pagan's ass in Scotland.
right.
Yeah,
Got Pagan.
for
yeah.
sure you would.
I-
It's not even
Pagan.
sarcasm. You so fucking would.
You'll definitely kick my.
Steph,
Kick my
Did you
butt
say
twice
in
over,
Scotland?
I'd be in some
She's
corner
in
like, how do I
Ireland.
move?
In Ireland. Yeah.
Did I say Ireland?
DJ
Did I say
doesn't know the
Scotland?
Who says Scotland?
Yeah, no, I was watching soccer. Sorry, I was watching Scotland play
All right.
or lose.
Steph, thanks so much. We got another question from Dan Morris. He wants to just kind of spew some Halo love.
Of
so
course. Do it.
Steph,
Spew
let's
the
bring
Halo
in-
love.
Thanks,
Bring
Deb.
in Dan.
All right.
Thank you, Steph. Dan.
It's
Hello.
Dan the man.
Dan?
Hey, Dan.
How are you,
You're that
everyone?
guy?
Well, Dan, I'm aware you're a big Xbox guy. So why don't you give
Yes.
us your big take on Halo? Because I know this is something you're excited for.
I am extremely excited for this, Drew, and I'm actually extremely happy to hear all of you talking so much about Halo. And Pagan knows I was just talking to her recently about how happy I am with this preview and look at Halo that we got. And there's a deeper dive on the multiplayer that they released yesterday that goes into more details about all these things that they're going to do with Infinite. And as a longtime Halo fan, I am truly, truly extremely excited for everything they're doing.
Give us your
And
favorite.
my favorite Halo?
No, your favorite thing they're doing.
Oh, just trying to pay tribute to what makes Halo great when it comes to both the campaign and the multiplayer. And that's something they said that they're trying to do is take the best of what was and continue the legacy of Halo while adding new features and new modernizations and just keeping everything fresh.
Did you find out who the samurai guy is?
I know what the samurai is as far as it's just customizations that you can unlock. There was a samurai armor in Halo 3 called the Hayabusa armor, so I think it's a tribute to that,
Ah,
Ryu.
pretty much.
Yeah, from Street Fighter.
Yes,
But he
absolutely.
never wears that armor, so I don't know where the hell that comes from. But that is cool. Dan, did you know? Like I was reading up the other day that they're doing, and Nolan, I think you'll appreciate this. They're doing so in Halo. The Spartan has an AI Cortana.
Oh my God.
That he puts into the back of his head, and it speaks to him like it's sort of like the voice in his head. It tells him like incoming airdrop or whatever. So apparently in this new game, you'll be able to customize the announcer chip.
Yes.
So, like imagine, and I want this. I want the Nolan North Sam Elliott dub.
Oh,
I want every time I get a kill, I want
Yes.
a Roadhouse.
there's
Oh
your
my
damn
God,
warhawk
yes.
coming in. It's not a
Killing spree.
1500 Roadhouse killing spree.
amazing.
Airdrop.
That would be perfect.
Listen,
I love that.
343.
I love that.
If you're
Purchase the
listening,
game instantly with that.
and
on,
you
let's
don't
go.
if you don't do an announcer chip of Nolan North doing Sam Elliott, I'm
No,
sorry.
what they'll do, Drew, it's like they're going to go, what a great idea. And then somebody's going to go, why get Nolan North? Let's get Sam Elliott. They're like, yeah,
Because
we have
it's not
5 billion.
We have
Yeah.
Sam Elliott.
Totally.
It's a great idea. And by the way, I would sit there and go, yeah, you should get Sam Elliott.
You
It'd
should
be
totally
way
get
better
him.
to have Sam Elliott do Sam Elliott than have me do
No,
it.
I'm sorry.
Unless like everything is like just
Like I want the parody version.
like it doesn't help Roadhouse.
I would pay that season pass for that alone.
Imagine that.
Totally.
It's like,
Mm-hmm.
My friend who plays Halo a lot has one of a grunt, so all of the announcers is the grunts from Halo. So it's like multi-kill.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's
See, I
I
didn't
like
know
some
you
of the
do that. I
stuff
didn't
that
know
I
you
heard.
custom them.
By
That's
the way,
awesome.
Yeah.
I did like the voiceover I heard
No.
in the trailer, just like it is time to haul ass and get out of here. And you're
Yeah.
like,
Mhm.
oh, I dig that.
Yeah, I think
but
that's going to add a
343
great level of customization.
Yeah.
I've done so many different iterations of Halo, and they're just great people to work with. So I'm in. Just call me. I'm here.
Yes. I'll start
We got
tweeting.
nothing to do.
What about a walk-in voice? We need a walk-in. Imagine walk-in saying, like, "Hey, there's trees
It's a
over there."
warthog.
Mm-hmm.
A warthog is a great name for something that rolls, right? Dangerous, deadly. I don't know. Sometimes I dream I have a halo and it's green.
It never gets old. Never.
It really doesn't.
I know.
Especially
Can I shout out to PJ real quick and say how much I love the story about you playing old Halo back in the day like that? Because that was me in my teenage years in high school, going to a friend's house, lugging my original Xbox with me, linking those bad boys up with a system link, and doing 4v4 on 4 TVs. And like we had to sit facing opposite of each other, so no screen sniping. Look away! You're sneaking. You're peeking. No
I
cheating.
still have a box in the garage with I got 4 machines in there and a gigabyte LAN switcher. Think about what that cost in 2001.
Wow.
wow.
Oh wow.
I don't know, like $20.
Wow.
25, Drew. 25. No, it was like $2,000
Holy shit!
for that switcher.
Money well
Because
spent.
everybody was
Yeah.
was bitching about lag. Everybody's bitching about lag because you're going through the my gun's not loading fast enough.
Yeah.
It's lag.
You're lagging.
Yeah, it was always the losers bitching about lag.
Yeah, I'll be that guy. I'll be the one complaining about lag when we play.
Yeah, that would.
Well, thanks, Dan. Thanks for giving us your.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
That was great. Yeah, appreciate it.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
All right, Nolan. Why don't we wrap this baby up? I will say one last thing. This feels like a love letter out there to every Halo player ever.
Yes.
I think, especially those who played the original Halo CE, like PJ and myself. I think I'm hopeful it stays on track for holiday release because I think a lot of people are excited. But based on the amount of promotion they're doing at E3, I think they're probably going to hit that target.
I'm excited.
I would think
I'm
so.
going to play it.
I think it's interesting. I've never been a big Halo fan, but because I just never played it. I just was part of it. So, but
You was playing it Thursday.
I was just part of it. Hair flip.
But
Cool.
that being said, I would like to thank you all for being here with us today in this very episode of Retro Replay.
You're
Trailers
gonna
Live.
get DMCA.
Take,
And, at some
take
point,
us out. On that
All
note,
right,
take
on
us
that
out.
note.
dude, I will remember them.
You're
You called me Nicky. Guys, until next time, thank you for joining us. Halo Infinite, looking good, sounding good,
Yeah.
and we will see you very soon.
Bye.